very, very tough. But there's a very sobering statistic out there. And that is that out of the over 40 presidents we've ever had, only one has ever kept every single campaign promise. It's easy to talk tough as a politician, but talk is cheap. Now, the question I have today is, will United States versus Pakistan relations continue to decline in the post-Bin Laden era? And I would say no, because while there has been a lot of tough talk on the issue, both sides talking tough to each other and saying things are going to change, we're not ever going to let you do something like that again, the talk is simply cheap. And in the near term, the interests of the two nations line up far too closely for them to throw out their entire relationship for something like this, though, because although it is major, it's not so significant that we ought to throw our relationship out over it. Now, I'll be examining this in 3 points. First of all, background of the issue. Second of all, examining how the tensions between the two nations boiled over in the post-Bin Laden killing. And third of all, looking at how relations will actually improve in the near future. So first of all, some background on the issue. The whole issue came to prominence with the killing of Osama bin Laden on May 2nd. Now, the killing of Osama bin Laden should not necessarily be a reason for two nations to suddenly start giving violent rhetoric to each other. But the fact was that Osama bin Laden was right under Pakistan's nose. He was living in a suburb and had been for some estimates, say, 5 years, in a suburb of the capital of Pakistan, just a mile down the road from a major special military training camp. How could Pakistan not know about this? The United States soon came to the conclusion that one of two things was true. A, Pakistan was totally incompetent. If you can't find the most wanted man in the world, he's hiding right under your own nose, you're obviously incompetent. Or the second option was that they were implicit with the deal. They knew what was going on and they were actually sheltering bin Laden. In fact, the United States defense officials have voiced a concern that that is the case recently, including Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld, saying that either they're incompetent or they were complicit with the plan. In fact, there have been worries for a while that their spy agency, the ISI, has been infiltrated by the Taliban, or people who are sympathetic to the Taliban, because it seems that every time the United States tips off Pakistan that we're going to make a drone strike at a certain location, they take an inordinate amount of time in getting back to us, and by the time we make the drone strike, the militants have been tipped off and have fled, generating a lot of suspicion with the United States. So as a result of that mistrust, the United States kept Pakistan totally in the dark about the Osama bin Laden operation. As the Telegraph reported on the 18th of May, we monitored the site for months with stealth drones. When we knew that Pakistan didn't like any kind of drone in their airspace, we sent stealth drones right over their capital to watch what was happening in Osama bin Laden's backyard and also their backyard. And finally, when it came time for action, we sent in the previously secret stealth helicopter to pull off the mission. And no one would have known that it was a stealth helicopter, except for the fact that it clipped the building and had to be blown up. Unfortunately, the remnants of it, notably its tail section, revealed that this was no ordinary helicopter. As a result of our intruding in Pakistan without telling the Pakistani authorities, they weren't very happy about that. They claimed that their sovereignty had been violated. In fact, they've had this complaint to the United States for years now, because we've been conducting airstrikes from drones in Pakistan for years and years. And the Obama administration, in fact, ramped up these air drone attacks. And Pakistan has been actively voicing its concern with the drone attacks. According to a Fox News article on the 18th of May, they've always been angry at the drone strikes that the United States conducts on its soil. And they regularly complain about the violation of their national sovereignty. Or the second point I'm going to be looking at is how tensions boiled over in the post-Bin Laden killing era. See, the first thing that happened was the rhetoric boiled over, the rhetoric that I touched on in my introduction. The United States questioned whether we should be sending billions of dollars in aid to Pakistan. Averaged over the last 10 years, we've sent $2 billion a year to Pakistan in aid, ever since the year 2001. That according to the Associated Press on the 18th of May. Pakistan also was justifiably angry. First of all, the remains of the stealth helicopter that we tried to blow up, Pakistan took. And there were great worries for a while that they were just going to try to peddle the technology, peddle the stealth helicopter technology on the black market. Particularly, we were worried about them selling it to China. And furthermore, they were just plain, according to a Reuters article, furious about the whole operation. Their parliament shortly thereafter passed a resolution condemning the entire United States attack. Additionally, the United States was unhappy with Pakistan's level of participation. We want them to do more to fight the Taliban. The only reason we're sending drones into Pakistan to kill militants is because Pakistan isn't killing the militants themselves, and we feel obligated to go in and conduct the operations ourselves, since Pakistan hasn't been doing it. We've been given powerful ammo to fight that argument by the very fact that we found them a lot in Pakistan and had to take them out ourselves. But the third point I'm going to be looking at is how relations between the two countries are liable to improve in the near future. See, Pakistan was mostly saving face with its famed outrage at the United States operation, because while most of the middle class is violently anti-American, according to a Fox article on the 18th of May, politicians are often otherwise. As I said, talk is cheap, and while these politicians may say that they're very, very angry that the United States violated their sovereignty, the Fox article says that many are believed to secretly be for the drone program, because you can't deny that it is effective. So the conclusion to draw is that they will let up. In fact, that stealth helicopter that I mentioned earlier, they returned the remains to the U.S. just a few days ago. Furthermore, Reuters article said that they are heavily dependent upon United States aid. They can't go too far with their rhetoric or their actions. And we will let up. According to a Financial Times article on May 18th, we must hug Pakistan ever closer. They are a good ally in the region. So, in conclusion, all this is liable to smooth out soon. According to Reuters, neither side can afford to end this marriage, to end this relationship, when it has been rather profitable. We did get Osama bin Laden. We do regularly kill militants in the North Waziristan district. And while the rhetoric for now may be boiling over, and it may be getting antagonistic, we're moving back toward normalized relations. And just like politicians can talk very tough in campaign season, the killing of Osama bin Laden in violation of Pakistan's sovereignty just gave politicians a chance to talk, when in reality they aren't willing to bite. Thank you.